Good morning. Welcome to Sri Lanka Morning Show. Today we're here to share some exciting news. For the first time, the Victorian Certificate of Education, or the VCE, will be offered to the Sri Lankan students in Sri Lanka. So today we have a panel of members, 3 teachers from the Firbank Grammar School here with us. Let me introduce them first. We have Wendy Grant, the Director of International Operations. Hello, Wendy.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. And then we have Jenny Williams, the Principal of the Firbank Grammar. Hello, Jenny. And we have Nalini Ekanayaka, one of the senior maths teachers. Hello.
Hello.
Nalini, I may start with you first. And could you please let us know a little bit more about this great initiative that you all have planned today?
Every year, as we know, a large number of students come from Sri Lanka to Australian universities. About 60% of the students who leave Colombo or Sri Lanka, they come to Victorian universities. So what they do over there to qualify to come to Australian universities is either GCE or a London A-levels. And VCE is offered offshore in a few other countries like Malaysia, China, Vietnam and Philippines. So what we are doing is we are taking the VCE program to Sri Lanka so that they can, at their home, they can study the VCE program and do the university entrance qualification in Sri Lanka and get a really world-class university entrance qualification and come to Australia and come to any university in Australia using the merits of that.
Sounds like a great initiative. Now, Jenny, this will be the first time this VC program will be introduced in Sri Lanka. So why Firbank decided Sri Lanka? Or chose Sri Lanka?
That's a really good question. We at Firbank Grammar School are really passionate about providing excellent education, and we've had offshore programs going for several years in other countries, and we know the passion that exists in Sri Lanka for coming particularly to Melbourne. And so this opportunity gives us a chance to help the students in Sri Lanka stay at home, which is really important, finish their high school qualifications and then come fairly seamlessly into Melbourne. It's a wonderful program.
Great, it does make sense what you just said. And if I may ask you, Nalini, again, who can enroll in this program?
So students who have completed their O-levels in Sri Lanka, they can enroll in this program and they can do VCE for 2 years. And then if the students have done GCE A-levels or London A-levels, they can do VCE for 1 year, and that will complete their VCE certificate, and then they can gain entrance to universities here.
Great. And Wendy, now the question for you is, what are the main benefits for the Sri Lankan students when they complete VCE?
There are a number of benefits that I see for the Sri Lankan students. And the first main benefit is that by completing the VCE, it provides a very smooth pathway to university in Australia. No IELTS score is required, because that is part of the certificate, the subjects that they study. Secondly, the certificate, the way the course is structured, with its emphasis on ongoing assessment and exams, is more aligned with the courses at the universities, the way they structure their assessment. So it's not all just dependent on one exam at the end of the year. It's ongoing assessment plus an exam that will get them there. Thirdly, it's a very flexible certificate, and it will allow students to choose subjects. So you don't have to there is a science stream and a commerce stream, but students can get into many different courses at university by selecting those different subjects. And finally, the emphasis within the VCE on critical thinking and creativity is very important for employability skills for students. So those sort of skills are emphasised: communication, collaboration, creativity. That is embedded into the teaching and learning of the VCE certificate. These are the skills that students need to go to university and to be employed in the future.
Wendy, that sounds like a great approach and probably a seamless transition and introduction for the students for the university education.
Yes, I agree.
And Jenny, now the VC, it's a Victorian Certificate of Education, and you are doing this in partnership with Ladies College in Sri Lanka, Colombo. How does it work?
We're really excited to be working with Ladies College. We have the Victorian government who basically licensed us to work to deliver the Victorian program in Sri Lanka. We're working with Australia as our administrative agents. The wonderful thing is we use the Firbank teachers, and they work hand in hand with the teachers in Colombo to be able to provide excellent education in the program.
Great, great. Wendy, if I may ask you a question now, what sort of experience Firbank Grammar School has in terms of delivering these sort of education programs outside Australia?
Well, we've been working in transnational education for about more than 10 years now, and we have 7 partner schools in China where we are delivering the VCE to Chinese students in a Chinese school. We also have a school in Vietnam. So we're moving towards offering the same program with Sri Lanka. We have a huge team of mentors who work with the teachers, so they will work with the Sri Lankan teachers to help deliver. And we have a team of management that oversees the program along with the Australian government or the Victorian government.
Great, I'm sure this is some welcoming news for our Sri Lankan parents and students over there. And Nalini, if I may ask you when and where this program will start, and in terms of finding out more information, how do we go about this?
Yes, it's at Ladies College, as you've heard, and it's going to start in June this year. And if you want more information, anyone can call me, Nalini. My number is 0425 805 919, 0425 805 919. And if anyone who is in Sri Lanka wants to know more information about this, you can call Mr. Jayampati Pereira. His phone number is +94, of course, and 71475 3611. 94 71475 3611.
Wendy, when a student's choosing a certificate for their university, why should they choose VCE?
Well, the VCE program in Australia, over 51,000 students last year completed the VCE in Victoria. Nearly 6,500 students completed their VCE in schools offshore. 92% of those students offshore have come to Australian universities and are enrolled in one of the group of 8 universities. So it's a very smooth tertiary pathway for students. And the VCE is a very well-known certificate, and it is recognised worldwide. So it can also get students entrance to universities in other countries, not just Australia.
Nalini, shall we say something in Sinhala as well for our viewers?
ඔව් සුදන්ත මම හිතන්නේ මට කියන්න තියෙන දේ තමයි මම ලංකාවෙත් ගුරුවරයෙක් හැටියට සේවය කරා අවුරුදු 5ක් 6ක් ලංකාවේ අධ්‍යාපනය ලැබලා විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයට ගිහිල්ලා මේ රටට ඇවිල්ලා දැන් මම අවුරුදු 30ක් මේ ගුරුවරයෙක් හැටියට සේවය කරනවා. මේ කාලය ඇතුළත මම දැක්ක දේ තමයි VCE කියන පාඨමාලාවල එක තැන තියෙන ඒවා නෙමෙයි. අවුරුදු 5න් 6න් මේවා වෙනස් වෙනවා. වෙනස් වෙලා අලුත් දේවල් එකතු කර ගන්නවා, අනවශ්‍ය දේවල් අත්හරිනවා. හරියටම විශ්වවිද්‍යාල වලින් එළියට එන ළමයි ඊට පස්සේ වෘත්තීන් වලට යෙදෙන්න ගියාම ඒගොල්ලන්ට අවශ්‍ය වෙන දැනුම එහෙම නැත්නම් අවශ්‍ය වෙන දේවල් වල මූලික අඩිතාලම ඔක්කොම VCE පාඨමාලාවල තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඊටාම කාලානුරූපයි VCE පාඨමාලාවල්. ඒක තමයි පළවෙනිම දේ මට කියන්න තියෙන. ඊළඟට මට කියන්න තියෙන දේ තමයි ලංකාවේ VCE කරන ළමයින්ට VCE වලට තියෙන අනෙක් විෂයන් වලට අමතරව ඒගොල්ලන්ට සිංහල භාෂාව ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒගොල්ලන් සිංහල නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ට දෙමළ භාෂාවත් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒගොල්ලන් දෙමළ ජාතික දරුවන් නම් ඒකත් තවත් එක්තරා වාසිත සහගත තත්වයක් මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට හුඟක් ලකුණු ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒකෙන් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල අධ්‍යාපනය සඳහා.
Thank you very much for all 3 of you, and that is it for today, and I wish you all the very best with your program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.